Hello everyone, my name is Mess and welcome to the second game design video of the stream. This video I will tell you all about game loops, what they are and why they are relevant for you when you're making a game. First, let's start by defining what a game loop is. A game loop is a chain of actions that a player can take in a game that loops back on itself, so that the last action brings the player back to a state similar to where they began. To make it less abstract, let's talk about some examples. Let's start with Pokemon Go. When you start the app, you will see the map screen and your character. To play the game, the character will have to look around on the map and select where to go. They might choose to go to a nearby Pokestop, try to find a Pokemon to catch, or something similar. Either way, their first action is choosing where to go. Second, they will have to navigate to the chosen destination. In Pokemon Go, that means physically walking to the destination. That is their second action. Lastly, they will have to interact with whatever they chose to walk towards. After that interaction, they will now again have to make a decision of where to go. This completes the loop. In games, there are often more than one loop. Let's take a look at another example, Super Mario World. In Super Mario World, we can define two loops: the level select loop and the moment-to-moment gameplay loop. The level select loop is quite self-explanatory. You select a level, play it, and then select a new level. The moment-to-moment gameplay loop is the classic Mario gameplay that you all know. At any given moment, the player has to look at what is around them, select which action to input on the controller, and then see the feedback on the screen. After seeing the feedback to their actions, they will again have to make a decision and choose what to input. In this example, we see two loops that are connected. The player starts in the level select loop, selects a level, and then plays the gameplay loop until that loop stops, either from them dying or completing the level. This leads them back to the level select loop. When loops are connected like this, we note the loops as either primary or secondary. The loop that happens the most frequently, the gameplay loop in this case, is the primary loop, while the one that happens less frequently, the level select loop here, is the secondary loop. This distinction between primary and secondary loop is an important one, since it allows us to know which loop the player will spend the most time in, and therefore which part of the game we as game developers should focus our attention on. This is especially important when we're making a game jam game and we're pressed on time. If you want to make music and sound effects for the game, make sure to make them for the primary loop first. If you want to make fancy graphics for your game, make sure to spend the most time on those in the primary loop. And for playtesting, make sure that you playtest your primary loop as fast as possible. A good rule of thumb to keep in mind is that a good primary loop will always be fun on its own, but a good secondary loop can never save a bad primary loop. Another rule of thumb to keep in mind: if you made a game and it somehow isn't very fun, go back and look at the primary loop. Maybe a simple change to the primary loop can save your whole game. So, let's end this video with a short summary. A game loop is a chain of actions that the player can take that leads back to the first action of the chain. Some loops are connected. We call the most frequently occurring loop the primary loop, and the next most frequently occurring loop the secondary loop. A good primary loop is always fun on its own, but a secondary loop can never save a bad primary loop. Try to identify the primary loop of your game and focus your time and attention on this loop. That's it for this video, people. I hope it was useful, and I hope you've all gotten off to a good start with your games. You can find my YouTube channel with these videos by searching "To Boldly Split Infinitives" on YouTube and looking for this profile image. There's still one more design video coming later, so keep an eye out for that one if you're interested. My name's been Mess, and see you in the next video.